Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about VeChain. VeChain is also one of the cryptos where I can really say that the probability that the low was already in is going up and up and up, even though we are currently dropping here. That was pretty much expected. I actually wanted to make a video today talking about an upcoming dip, and you can believe it or not, unfortunately the dip obviously happened before I could make the video, but I'm going to show you exactly why. And we're going to go into detail here in the wave count for VeChain, because it is currently doing something very good in my opinion. Yeah, something very good, something very healthy after pretty much a few weeks of just rising prices. Fantastic. After, for every new viewer here, obviously after VeChain came into my target area here that we talked about in November, there was a high probability already down here that the price will turn around, because this is the area below that wave A low. So we came below the wave A from July, which was around 5.7 cents, which is very important, because if you do an ABC correction like that, then you can expect, you have to basically expect that lower low. You have to come lower than the wave A. Ideally, there are always exceptions, and exceptions are possible, but they are rare because they are just exceptions. So ideally, you're looking at a structure that we have here on the VeChain chart, a very, very nice textbook structure for a correction. And I always get the question, also with Bitcoin, I often get the question, let's say, because for Bitcoin, I still expect a lower low. Bitcoin hasn't done it yet, unfortunately. Many altcoins have done it. So many altcoins have the chance that the low could already be in. With VeChain, and especially high chance, because it is one of the few cryptos that we could actually count as an already developing impulse, what it's doing, and potentially already a 5-wave structure to the upside that could be complete now. So absolutely nice, and we're going to take a look at that. But yeah, Bitcoin hasn't completed the correction, but here with VeChain you can see very clearly why a lower low is not a problem. So many people think if you make a lower low, you go into a bear market or whatever, but actually it is exactly what needs to happen. You have your first move down, you have a counter reaction, which is normal after such a strong dip, and then you come down even lower, and that's sort of a capitulation thing, after which, however, many people get interested in again, and you can see basically that rocket start. And I've said so many times that when that correction is over, we can expect a rocket start. Therefore, down here in the period where everybody got pissed off and people were annoyed and people got bored and people posted that VeChain is dead, that is when I bought, and I know many people bought as well who watched these videos. So that's fantastic. Now, why is VeChain actually potentially already finished with the correction? So before we take a look at that, on the VeChain chart, I wanted to draw your attention to Crypto.com, who've kindly offered to sponsor today's video here. So they present VeChain to you today. Crypto.com is the world's fastest growing crypto app. You can use Crypto.com as an app to buy, sell, and transfer and even stake cryptocurrencies. I use it as well. You can download it on the App Store, on Google Play. And what is really cool about Crypto.com is that they offer these metal Visa cards where you can basically pay with crypto. To keep it simple, you could just pay with USDT or a stable coin, for example, and they have no annual fees. So all you need to do is to stake your CRO, and depending on how many CRO you stake, you get one of these cards. I've got one as well, and each of these cards offers certain benefits. And if you're interested in signing up for one of these cards, you can find a link in the video description. That's an affiliate link. And if you use it and you sign up for one of these cards, you get a small bonus as well. Some of the benefits here is Spotify cashback, Netflix cashback, Prime cashback, Expedia, Airbnb discounts, for example. So if you're interested in that, check it out, and check out the link in the video description. So let's carry on with VeChain. And I wanted to go into a little bit more detail here in terms of the Elliott wave count. So let's take that out, because from the low here it will get interesting, because what we can see here is potentially a first wave up, a first wave down, and then potentially an impulse. So how does that add up? So let's take a look here in detail. So if I add here the Elliott wave count, the Elliott impulse, so we can count that as a first impulse here. So you've got your first wave up, you have your second wave down, you have your third wave up, you have your fourth wave down, and we have our fifth wave up. So you've got your 5 waves. When I saw that today, I actually wanted to make a video and say, right, this could really be that low could already be in. It could mean the low is already in because we have developed a first impulse. Yeah, and how this is now going to develop and how far we come down, we now need to see how that ABC, the upcoming ABC correction, will work out. And that is pretty much what I've been saying for weeks already. So when you get your first 5-wave move up, what you will get also your first ABC down, and that could come down quite a lot, because all of this, what you can see here, is basically, again, even though you say this is 5 waves up, this is one wave. It is the first impulse, so it's a wave 1 as well. And what this ABC is, it is a wave 2 down. A wave 2 typically comes into the region between, the 88.7% fib level and the 78.6. So basically between 4.4 cents and 5 cents. But it can also come down to the 61.8. So pretty much in this range here between 4.5 cents and 5.8 cents. That would be ideal for such a wave 2. So you can see here that we might now drop quite significantly. It also depends obviously on what Bitcoin is doing. But what we are currently doing, in my opinion, is healthy, because if you're now coming down in that wave 2, the next wave will be a wave 3, which will be highly attractive, because a wave 3 will be a significant move to the upside. Now, we don't necessarily have to come down that low, but what you will certainly do is a first impulse down in a wave A here. Then you come up a little bit in a wave B. Now that could, again, a wave B, as you know it from Bitcoin, could actually go up again once more, maybe to 8.89 cents, maybe even, before we then come down in a wave C. So that will be very interesting, and we can count that as a first impulse. And if we see how the ABC is working out and when we come to a stop here, then when we then start to turn around, that would be an ideal entry point. So super bullish what VeChain is doing here. It will be interesting if VeChain stops here at 6.8 cents. That is that previous high of that wave 1. In that ABC, it should actually come a bit lower, but it will be interesting if it stops here already. I mean, on its way up here in this wave 4, VeChain obviously retested that previous high. And just to double check also here how far we came down in that wave 4, we can obviously draw here the fibs. And you can see that the ideal retracement for a wave 4, which was this dip here, is between the 21.4% fib level and the 38.2. So we came into that region, so that's fine. Exciting. Let's see how VeChain is now going to continue. I think we probably then in that case have not finished that correction yet. I think but again, there might be another, or there will be a counter move in a wave B before we really get that last leg down. And we can see already here on the 8-hour chart the exhaustion, so we might get a bearish crossover here. On the RSI we were overbought as well on the 8-hour chart. On the daily chart, yes, we were also overbought, but we talked about that in the previous videos, that you were getting overbought. MACD is starting to turn around down, so if this is playing out as a bearish crossover on the daily, you can expect lower prices. The 4-hour is already also crossing bearish. So interesting. We also saw that bearish divergence. Not sure if I mentioned that in the last video, but as always, you see these bearish divergences play out typically at the end of a move up, at the end of an impulse, when you see here higher highs on the price chart but lower highs on the RSI, indicating an upcoming correction. But generally super bullish, as you can see here on the generally on VeChain, because I mean, I'm actually, and we need to shift our thinking. A lot of people are always like, oh no, the price doesn't drop, but the price has to drop, and you actually want the price to drop, don't you? Because if you don't see the price dropping, where are the good entry prices or entry points? You need such a dip, you need such a drop to find a good entry. And I'll of course make you aware on this channel about my next entry point, and as soon as I see it coming up in that ABC correction. So hopefully you liked the update about VeChain. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.